guys, it's Shirley Ralph. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I have an early childhood program where I care for up to 14 little ones under the age of 5, and I share lots of product reviews for my favorite things that I use in our playroom. So today we're going to be talking about how to differentiate curriculum for multi-age groups. In our program, we have children from 6 months to 5 years old. Most of the kids that we take in are 18 months and up. So I just wanted to show you a couple ways that you can build your teaching supplies so that you are able to differentiate your curriculum and make it really easy for you to be able to fit different activities into your morning routine. So a couple things that I have here are homemade, and some of the things I have here are store-bought. I will have Amazon links to all the things I have in my description box, so make sure you check that below so that you can see what kinds of things that we're using in our classroom and how you can make it super easy to grab things off your shelf and be able to teach your kids as you go. As you know, with this mixed age group, you got to have things that work for a variety of different ages. When we're looking for supplies for our classroom, we're looking for things that are suitable for children who may still be putting objects in their mouth. We discourage the kids from putting things in their mouth, but it does happen. And when we have certain supplies out in the main area of our classroom, we have to make sure that the things that are available to the children are safe, so that if we're busy working at the table with some of our older children or a group of children and a younger child finds something that's on the floor, that it's not going to be something that's going to be dangerous for them. So these are some of our favorite letter learning supplies that we have in our classroom. One of the things I have here are these little letter stamps for the kids. We use Play-Doh a lot in our classroom. Like, it's out pretty much every day. Play-Doh is a really great tool for developing those fine motor skills. And when you add something as simple as these little letter stamps to the Play-Doh, then you're also adding the pre-literacy. So we talk about letter sounds, we talk about the names of the letters, we work on uppercase, a lowercase, all of that. And these stampers are really great for helping you be able to do that in your classroom. Next up on my list is this little Busy Book Preschool thing, this Busy Book Preschool book. I got this on Amazon. I love it because it hits all of the big things that you need to know for your little ones. So if you just want a quick 5-minute activity, say you're giving a baby a bottle and you have a squirrely preschooler who needs something to do, you can very easily grab this off your shelf. We literally have this right by our table, so that if we have somebody who's kind of squirrely and we need to give them an activity that's engaging and educational, we can just pull this off. We've got letters, we've got more letters. Oh, the other one was numbers. We have different kinds of food. So this is really great for your children who maybe are struggling with articulation or language skills. They can match up the different kinds of foods. And you go all the way through different skills that your child can learn that are very easy and quick for you to pull out and work on. This one also has tracing. So a lot of our kids love to trace. This is a really great activity for transitions as well. We just have one of these. If you wanted to have more for your classroom, you could. I feel like just having one to pull off the shelf and work on a small group with your children is plenty. Like I said, we have 14 kids in our classroom, and we just have one of these books, so we'll pull it off if we have 2 or 3 kids who are ping-ponging around the room and a baby that needs to get fed. This is your go-to. Okay, so the next thing that I have here, this is easy. These are from the dollar store, guys. If you don't have a laminator, you definitely need to get one. I can't believe it took me so many years before I went out and bought a laminator. It's just silly. I'm going to add a link to the laminator and the laminator sheets that we use in our classroom, and I've just picked these up from the dollar store. These are super easy. So you could do letters, you could do shapes, you could do tracing. This is, again, another great activity that's available. You could have it available right by your table. So if you have to work on getting lunches ready or whatever it is that you have to do, you could just pull out these laminated sheets and have your kids practice working on some of these skills right next to you while you are getting things done in your classroom. Another thing that we have for our kids is I made our kids these little laminated name cards, and the name cards are great for if you wanted to work on letter recognition, again, letter sounds, or work on name practice. I made these nice and thick so that the kids could trace them and there'd be enough space for them to trace them. They could write their name above, or let's say that you want them to go to a table and you have certain centers set up and you want to make sure that all your kids are working at certain centers and getting in different skills. You could always put these up at your workstations too. So this works really well for helping your children be able to remember their name and practice writing and practice letter skills. Another thing that we have here are these little friendly faces cards. So we actually, these ones are magnets, and I put these on my magnetic board, and we have dry erase markers so the kids can practice writing their names. One thing that I discovered when I created my first set of these, and all I did to create these, and I'll actually make another video for you guys on how to do that, is I just took pictures of the kids and I made them wallet size, and then you could laminate them, and then I just used my label maker to put the child's name on the bottom. So these stick right onto our dry erase board, and our dry erase board also has the is magnetic, so we can put those at the dry erase board. So we use these for a variety of different things, but one of the really great things that you can use this for is just basically having them remember all the letters of their name and work in the writing station. So let's see, what else do I have for you? Oh, this has been a super popular activity with our kids. These letter locks, we love these. These are from Lakeshore. These are not an Amazon thing. I don't know if I can find a dupe on Amazon. I'll check it out for you, and if I can, I will put a link in there. I personally love to get everything on Amazon because it's so easy for me to be able to return things if it's not what I expect it to be. But anyways, these are from Lakeshore Learning, and these are a lot of fun. Our kids have been having fun with these. So you can use these in your classroom. You can either set out the whole set, which I don't recommend doing unless you have kids that are much more advanced and they're really good at differentiating between the letter sounds. But let me show you. So these have like an uppercase and a lowercase, and then they also have a picture on there. So you can work on letter sounds. If you wanted to put out 3 or 4 keys and 3 or 4 locks, you could say, oh, which picture shows the letter or has a letter sound of b, 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 and then have them connect it that way. Or if you're working on the lowercase letters, say your kids know all their uppercase letters, you're working on the lowercase letters, this is a great tool to have in your classroom. And the kids really love being able to find the key, and just like being able to put the key in and pop it open and then close it again is a really great fine motor skill. So, I think a lot of times parents think like, oh, I want my child writing, I want them, knowing all these letters, but sometimes it's not developmentally appropriate for the child to be able to know the letters and to be able to have the fine motor skills to create the letters. But if we educate parents and help them understand that learning letter sounds is an important skill, learning motor skills is an important skill, and we can do those skills with activities like these letter lockers. This would be really fun. Another thing that I thought would be really great for my kids that I'm going to be doing with these letter locks is using the letter locks to make like a little mystery box or treasure box. I thought that would be fun for the kids. But anyways, I'm sure you could come up with a lot of great ideas. I would love to hear in the comments below if you have some fun ideas for how you would use these in your classroom. Okay, so the next thing that I have up here these are brand new in our classroom as well. One of our families sent in these alphabet ice cream cones. So one thing that a lot of our families do is when they have extra toys in their home that they don't need, or sometimes we have an Amazon wish list. Some of our families are thinking like, oh, we'd like to donate something to the class, or around Christmas time they want to send in, instead of sending in like little goodie bags for the kids, you could encourage your families to look at your Amazon list and choose a toy for the classroom off the Amazon list. There's so many ways that you can use your Amazon list to get new resources and things for your classroom. So the reason why I'm saying that is this family, they had an excess of toys that came in for their child's birthday, and they were like, it's just going to get scattered to the 4 ends of the playroom. So we would love it if you took these and if you worked with the children in the classroom with them. So we set these out on a tray, and we work with the children on linking the letter sounds. Again, this is uppercase and lowercase letter sounds. And then also the other fun thing that I thought would be really great is you can stack these on top of each other. So I was thinking it'd be fun for the kids to be able to write the letters of their name. I mean, if you can do that, obviously there's only one set of letters for each ice cream cone, so it depends on the child's name, but if you could, that would be really fun for them to be able to make ice cream cones, or maybe like some simple 3-letter words would be really cool too. They could just stack those and practice the writing or reading 3-letter words. Another thing that we have in our classroom, and this is the final thing that I'll be sharing with you today, that we always keep on hand, are board books with letters and pictures in them. So right now we have a lot of students in our classroom who are ESL learners, and so they are not, they're still learning the letters, and they're still learning pictures and letters and words. So we also have a child who has a really difficult time with articulation. due to an oral surgery that he had when he was younger. So having these little letter books on hand is really great for helping the children to learn letter sounds. Again, this is another quick 5-minute activity that you can have during transitions, or when you have to feed a baby, or if we're waiting to have a turn to go potty, we can review a few letters or a few letter sounds very quickly and have these things on hand in your classroom. So I hope that my little video on curriculum and how we have all these different tools at our disposal in our classroom was helpful for you. If you have any other questions or ways that you are using these kinds of things in your classroom, I'd love to hear from you. Be sure to leave us a be sure to leave a comment below. Have a great day.